Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Monica, and I hope you watched my previous video on self-love. And in case you missed it, you can find it in the link below in the description. So I want to start by sharing a personal example of how much I wanted to indulge myself in this secret to happiness, that is self-love, but was so lost in loving the others around me that I completely forgot how to love myself, till the gentle reminders turned into nudges from the universe for me to take notice. And then I realized that the more I lost them, the more I found me. Who's them, you ask? Well, old patterns that were holding me down and people who were no longer a vibrational match, and they only related to an expired version of me. It wasn't easy to switch gears from the autopilot and applying emergency brake into an unknown space for self. Which brings me to my next point, the dark side of self-love. Yes, learning how to love yourself more might all feel warm and fuzzy inside, but it's not always sunshine and roses. The truth is that when you start practicing self-love, you become a social heretic or a black sheep among the sheeple. You stick out and stop fitting in. And then starts the battle against the constant volleys of you're not good enough, you should be cool like us, this ain't worth it, you're so selfish, you think you're better than us, etc., etc. Loving yourself in this era is a very commendable accomplishment, and it is an exceptionally rare practice that many people talk about, but few genuinely know how to walk the talk. I know I'm struggling with it, but every day working in the direction to be a better and a more loving version of me for my own self, to look after myself, love myself. Now let's talk about how not to get bogged down by the others. One big part of learning how to love yourself is more about learning not to take other people's treatment or behavior towards you personally. It's tough, but must be a mandatory practice. How they treat you is merely a reflection of how they treat themselves. Most people are so caught up in the monstrous underworld of fear and pain that they don't know any better. So is it possible to love yourself unconditionally? Well, unconditional self-love is not something that comes naturally. Instead, you must work for it. Don't be upset if you pendulum between self-love and self-hatred. It is normal to go through these ups and downs, but the more you practice embracing yourself each and every day, the more you'll be able to deal with what life throws at you. If it's lemon life throws, then learn to make lemonade or gin and tonic as you please. So relax, give yourself a break, slow down, go easy on yourself. You've been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Self-love, self-respect, and self-worth. There is a reason they all start with self. You cannot find them in anyone else. So own your story and love yourself through the process. It is the bravest thing you'll ever do, and you don't need to be accepted by others to be beautiful. You need to accept yourself. So I'll leave you with that food for thought and action, s'il vous plaît. I'll catch you soon in my next video to share more on self-love. The greatest gift you can give yourself. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And do let me know what you think about self-love or your experiences or anything you have to share. Please do leave it in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. Have a blessed day.